Hey guys, it's Morgan coming back to you with another video about the 2024 300XC-W. Yes, it is a part. Couple things. One is I was taking pictures of the plug for the back of the light there and there for Chris Vestal at Moto Minded. He's going to be doing, I'm sure, a whole bunch of cool light stuff for these. Although this light is pretty good, Chris will come up with a crazy bright light, which is awesome. But you already saw the thumbnail. You know what this video is about. We are going to see if the map switch from the 2023 XC will bolt up or plug into this thing and give us two maps, because the bike does not come with a map switch. So I'm assuming it has two maps. I'm assuming it's got a white and a green map, just like the XC. They just don't give you that option. I think it's a money grab by KTM, in my opinion, to get you to spend more money, which I find really annoying, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to take the map switch off my XC and see if we can find out where it plugs in here. And we're going to fire it up. We're going to take it for a test ride and see if it makes a difference like it does on that. I'm sure it will if we can make it all work. So join me in this odyssey. And yeah, the shop's a mess. It's craziness because it's after work. Everything's in here. Whatever. So this is not the shiny, fancy, ooh, we're in the studio kind of shop video, because that's not what we do here at Highland Cycles. We show you real stuff the way you would probably do it in your garage if you had 32 motorcycles in it. Anyway, let's get that map switch off and see if we can find where to plug it in. All right, guys, so I'm getting everything taken off of this side to get the map switch off. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but I've discovered something else. So if you watch my first video talking about the W, you'll know that I saw this. It came with a different cam in the kit. And I was like, I wonder which cam that is. Is it the more aggressive or the less aggressive? And I believe it's probably the less aggressive, because it is the same cam that is on my XC. Part numbers match. It's part number 4. Well, hold on. I'll read you this one, because I can read A44002. 014000. Same part number as this. So my guess is if you buy a W and you want a little bit more snappy throttle response, like open the throttle faster, put this white one on. All right, we're getting there. I know I've mentioned it before, but I absolutely love these bomber bar switches. They're so good. There we go. Map switch off of this bike. We are now looking for a plug like this. There's a lot of stuff in here. This looks like maybe. It's got 4 wires. It's definitely got just a plug. Let's see. All right, now it's plugged in. Let's see what happens. This is the first time I've even tried this, so if it works, I'm excited. Gonna plug the headlight back in just in case there's something weird. I don't want to throw a dumb code because something's unplugged. All right, let's see what happens. There we go, guys. We have a map switch. So the interesting thing is, which one is it in when it's unplugged? My guess is white, even though it came up green just now. But I'm going to ride my bike. I'm gonna go ahead and install this on this bike, and we're going to just there we go, and we're just gonna see how it does. It's interesting. It says 120 ohms here. I didn't ever see that before. So it definitely has a 120 ohms written on this part of the thing, and this says 120 ohms. So my guess is, okay, so this is a resistor. That's interesting. So I wonder if you just unplug this, what happens to the bike I don't know. I don't have a way of checking what map it's in without this thing on here, so we're just going to run this, but that's interesting. This is probably your map switch if you didn't have a map switch. So my guess is when you plug it in, it goes to the white map, and when you unplug it, it goes to the green map. Anyway, let's take the thing for a spin and see if we can tell. All right, guys, I had an idea before I go ride it. Got my meter out. I want to see if, I don't know if it's going to work with no power to it to switch from white to green, but I'm going to see if I can read ohms through that switch and see if I can tell which one is which, whether it's 120 ohms turns it to white or anyway, let's see. So it's the middle two prongs are going to be really hard to hit with this thing. The other ones must be power to the lights. I bet it has to have power. Yeah. So my guess is, I'm not going to back probe stuff. It's not worth it. Well, my guess is when you give it 120 ohms, you end up in, oh, wait, no. Okay, so I set it in the white was the last setting. Hang on. Let's see. Let's do this. So it should still be in white. Okay. So it's still white. Now let's switch it to green. Okay, now let's check the resistance. God, those buttons are terrible. I cannot wait to get the motor-minded buttons for this thing. It should be here tomorrow. I probably will switch that out before we ride it. We haven't even ridden this thing really, but even though I'm doing a stock ride, I'd probably get rid of that button if it shows up in time. Okay, now we switch it to green. Let's see if it reads different. Before, I checked on the middle two pins and it was definitely 120. No, okay, it didn't change. I don't know, but I have a feeling that when you plug that thing in, it goes to the green map. And we can check that too. We can check that on my bike. I can leave the front number plate off and I can unplug it, plug it, and see if I can feel the difference. Because I can tell a huge difference in the way the bike runs in the white or the green. So let's just go ahead and plug this in. The other question is, will the bike run without anything plugged in? We'll find out on my bike. I don't want to mess up the new one. All right, guys, we're going to go take that thing for a ride real fast. But I wanted to check and see if this bike will run without anything plugged in. There is the port. I do not have the little 120 ohm rig in it. Let's see if it'll start. All right, that's good. It's not throwing any codes. So that's good. That means that if you don't have a switch, if you don't have the map switch, it's like $140 from KTM. Thanks, KTM. If you don't have that and you don't want to buy it, it looks like you probably can switch maps with just this. And my guess is that unplugged, it is going to run the green map, and then plugged in, it's going to run the white map. I don't know that. Maybe someone can confirm, but I'm pretty sure from what I'm just seeing, 120 ohms is like, it supplies the ohms, the resistance, and that puts it into the white map. That's why this thing says 120 ohms on it. So if you just plug it in, it gives it 120 ohms, it puts it in the white map, which makes sense for a W, right? You want the W to be a little more mellow out of the get-go. So yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to plug this in on my bike so nothing does go wrong, but I don't think it would anyway. Plug that thing in, and we're going to ride this. I'm going to order another map switch for this bike, but they're back ordered, like I said. So who knows when they're going to show up? You know, whatever. We'll see. And then let's take that thing for a spin and see if we can feel the difference. All right, guys, just got done riding it. Sorry it didn't take you long. It wasn't really exciting, just going up and down the road. But yes, the map switch totally makes a big difference. I love it. I'm psyched to know that that works 100%. Now, this bike is not going to make the crazy horsepower that the XC does. They're only claiming 49 horsepower out of this. And that's not just because of the map switch. I think the port timing and the cylinder, the dome and the cylinder head is going to be different, probably lower compression. So it's not going to make the same horsepower, but it is a noticeable difference using the map switch. Is it worth the $140? I don't know. They're definitely back ordered right now. You know, you could, if you knew what you're going to do, it'd be pretty easy to switch by just unplugging or plugging in that thing. And to the guys out there who are squawking about, oh, it's just gonna be just like the old W, it's just a unplug and plug. It's not. It's not that at all. There's way more going on with these bikes. Like I said, it's now you can unplug or plug in. It's not the same way though. It's not just two wires. You can't put a different kind of switch on there. Now you can use the little dongle, the 120 ohm dongle that comes on this, and unplug it or plug it back in, but you cannot do you can't just put an on-off switch from something else and hook it to two wires. So anyway, there we go, guys. Learning all about the 2024 300XC-W and bringing that information to you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new here to the channel. This is what we do. We do that kind of stuff, and then we show you working on things like this and things like that and that and that and that and that. So we're a cool dirt bike channel. I think we're the best. Subscribe, tell a friend, and we'll see you on the next one.